I can see that he understands, not being a woman, of course, but he understands the feeling that is felt behind the look that you have, that you currently have, that makes you unhappy, and the fact that you're facing an unknown. And because of, I asked him, I bluntly said, Doctor, I said, Doctor, please take care of me. I have 2 kids back home to go to. And the first thing he said is, if I didn't know that you are going to be successful at this process, if I didn't see that you were going to have the results you need, I wouldn't do it. That was it. That's what basically gave me that peace of mind. So my name is Catalina Velez. I am 43 years old. I come from Los Angeles, California. I was operated about 11 days ago. I met Dr. Juan Esteban Sierra through my sister, who came first, but he has operated her twice already. From the very beginning, the first surgery, my mom saw the results in my sister, and obviously she wanted to come too. And so my mom also came to Colombia, and she also had a surgery, a tummy tuck, mommy makeover, just like my sister did too. And then I saw both their results, and then it started, in my brain, the idea started just being born, because I have 2 kids. I have a 7-year-old, well, almost 7-year-old, and a 5-year-old daughter. Both beautiful blessings, but pregnancies do take over you, and they do change your body, and in my particular case, they changed my body tremendously. People in the stores, in the supermarket, even at work, some people that didn't really have good manners would ask me, oh, congratulations, when is your baby going to be born? And yeah, that was very traumatic for me. So I would come home, I would start crying, tell my husband, look. So then what happened was I started putting a girdle, and like a waist girdle. And I would wear it every single day, almost for 12, 14-hour days at work, social events. It was very uncomfortable, mostly in the summer, having to wear a girdle, because if I didn't wear it, my tummy would come out. I started noticing for like the past 2 years that I was having a lot of back pains, and the pains were increasing in amount and in the size of the pain and the length of the pain. So I started noticing that more than aesthetic, I was needing it for my own well-being, because my back pains were increasing. When I contacted Dr. Sierra, it was around June maybe of this year, and I was a little overweight, and the first thing that he said is, okay, but you have to lose weight. Decided to lose weight more than for the surgery, for my own sake and for my own well-being and my own self-esteem. And I lost about 27 pounds before the surgery in about 6 months. So I was going through a very rigid regimen because I was on a mission. I wanted to get this surgery, get myself back. We decided that I was going to contact him in August to tell him where I was and how much I was weighing and everything. And I was really nervous when I contacted him. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want him to tell me I can't travel or I can't do it until next year, because I really was hoping for this surgery. I was like really begging for it. And the doctor said, okay, you look good, you've lost enough, you can come now. And I just was jumping up and down. I was excited because I've heard about him. I've seen the results through my mom and my sister, and I was desperate. In other words, I was almost begging for it. So I was nervous, but he was really, really awesome, and he was very professional. One thing that impacted me the most about him was the fact that he was always willing to communicate with me any way possible, whether it was WhatsApp or I called him or I messaged or emailed. That was to me a wonderful, trait that I saw in him, that was his willing to communicate and patience. My God, I think I bombarded him with dozens of emails and messages, and not once did he lose his grip. I came like 3 days before the surgery. The doctor gave me a lot of peace of mind because I had never really met him personally. And then, so on the first day that I met him and he saw me, the moment he opened the door and they let me in and he just stood up, I felt so much peace because he's very warm, he's very caring, he's very charismatic. I can see that he understands, not being a woman, of course, but he understands the feeling that is felt behind the look that you currently have, that makes you unhappy, and the fact that you're facing an unknown. Because in my case, this is my very first surgery. So I was facing an unknown, and that was already making me anxious. So he was very, very patient with me, spent a great deal of time with me, not once looking at the watch, and I'm very observative, so I look at that. I look at, is he wanting me to leave now because maybe there's another patient outside, and his office was full that day. So I was like, okay, I figured this is gonna be like real fast, real quick, and get it over with, and hi, hello, and this is what I'm gonna do, and bye-bye. No, he was very patient, and he spent quite a big deal of time with me, explained to me what he wanted to do. I asked him a lot of more questions. I asked him, a few things that I wanted him to add, which he obviously obliged, and he said, yes, of course, we'll include that. And basically I saw that he's a very professional man, and he knows what he's doing, and I already knew that. So I came with a semi-blindfold because I didn't know him personally. But through my mother and my sister, and hearing about him through them, a mother sending her daughter abroad, not being able to be with me, she was more at peace than I was because she already knows him. So that already gave me a good indication as to how he is. But when I met him personally, that kind of consolidated everything more. And so I went home that day and I was very pleased. I slept like a baby. I thought I was gonna have a sleepless night, but because of that time that he spent with me. And then the day of the surgery, everything went well. I got a little bit nervous, I have to admit, because I have 2 kids back home, and my first thought was that I need to go back home to them. I need to go back home safe and sound. So that was what made me really nervous about the surgery, more than anything, more than even whatever I was going to go through.
Hemos llegado al final de la cirugía de nuestra paciente, a quien le estábamos realizando una lipoescultura y una abdominoplastia o dermolipectomía abdominal. Un caso muy especial debido a que ella, después de haber tenido 4 embarazos, su abdomen había quedado demasiado flácido, con demasiada piel sobrando, muchas estrías, además sus músculos habían quedado muy separados. Un caso muy particular, pero además muy especial también, porque observen el resultado que hemos logrado obtener en ella. Después de tener un abdomen con tanta prominencia, y ahora tenemos un abdomen completamente plano, en el que cerramos sus músculos, se los dejamos completamente tensos, la piel la tensamos hasta lo máximo que pudimos hacer.
I did have a little bit of nausea and a little bit of vomiting the first 2 days, and the doctor saw that I was nauseous, so he said, you know what, you need to stop taking the medicine that he was giving me for pain, because thankfully I didn't have that much pain. I just felt sore, mostly like sore. So I suspended the pain medicine and all my symptoms went away. From that point on, everything has been great. Well, so now I feel wonderful. I have to say that I'm not 100% perfectly happy, because I know that you know, we're women. We still see, oh, and I need this and I need that. I'm already thinking about what I need. What else do I need? But I do have to say that it's a change, a day and night change, a transformation for me. I know that I'm still swollen, but just even swollen, I look way better than I looked when I was operated, or before I got operated. So my perception of me is I like me. I really like me now. I can see myself, I can smile in the mirror. I don't have to close my eyes when I go and I pass by a mirror. Like this morning, I was getting ready, or even yesterday, and I actually liked dressing. One of the things that changed after I had my first child was that I didn't enjoy shopping anymore. And for a woman, that's a big deal. You don't like shopping? What do you mean? Because I didn't like the way I looked in anything. The types of clothes that I used to wear before the surgery are totally opposite of what I would normally wear. So I was wearing clothes where I wasn't feeling me, because they're not my style. And I had to wear them so I could cover my stomach. So one of the things that I actually did before I came was to give away a lot of the clothes I was wearing that are not me. And I was looking at myself in the mirror yesterday and today, and I was like, I like what I see. I like the person I see. I like the confidence that I have in me now. I like the look, and I like the style of my clothes. So I'm excited to start shopping. It builds my confidence, it builds my self-esteem, my self-trust. I don't think I can say that I'm going to take over the world, because I'm not a superhero, but I'm getting close to that.